This is an ABC News special report.
Good morning. I'm Diane Macedo. We're coming on the air with breaking news. The Supreme Court has issued a decision about the Voting Rights Act and race discrimination. The ruling is considered a big win for the Voting Rights Act and Section 2, which protects against racial discrimination in voting. I want to bring in our senior national correspondent, Terry Moran, along with attorney and assistant dean at the Yale-Jackson School of Global Affairs, Asha Rangappa, and senior Washington reporter Devin Dwyer for more. Devin, walk us through this decision. This is about the drawing of election maps. So how did the judges reach this ruling?
This is a remarkable decision, Diane, in a major case from the state of Alabama involving election maps drawn after the 2020 census. Those maps drawn by the state's Republican legislature were challenged as being racially biased against black voters in that state, which make about 27% of the electorate. Only one of the 7 districts in Alabama is majority black. Lower courts had said the state needs to add another district. And today, the Supreme Court, in a 5-4 decision written by Chief Justice John Roberts, joined by Brett Kavanaugh and the 3 liberal justices, said, in fact, that Alabama's map was discriminatory, that it violated Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, that landmark law passed after the Civil Rights Movement to prevent against discrimination in voting. They said the lower courts properly applied the precedent and that map needs to be redrawn to account for black voters. Diane.
Asha, I'm short on time, but talk us through the constitutionality issue here.
Yes, so this is a Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, as well as claims under the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. And Diane, what the court did was uphold basically 40 years of precedent on applying Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act and saying that the district court got it right. The real story here is that they stayed the lower court opinion until now, which actually allowed this map to go into effect for the 2022 elections. So, you know, the discriminatory map has already had effect.
Terry, what's the big picture impact here?
It's huge, Diane. This resuscitates the Voting Rights Act, which was almost considered a dead letter after the Supreme Court gutted it back in 2013 in the Shelby County case. What this does is put the action in the drawing of those congressional districts. This case finds that Alabama diluted the power of black voters in Alabama by packing them into a district when it could be shown very easily that there could be another majority-minority district fairly drawn in Alabama. And the court held that the law requires that to be done if, in fact, it can be done fairly. And so this is a huge win for the Voting Rights Act. And it means that from now on, all the arguments about redistricting are going to have to take into account what happens to minority voters. That is the command of the Supreme Court and the Voting Rights Act.
All right, Terry Moran, Devin Dwyer, Asha Rangappa, thank you, and thank you for joining us. I'm Diane Macedo. Our coverage will continue on our streaming channel, ABC News Live, and all day long on abcnews.com. We'll have a complete wrap-up tonight on World News Tonight with David Muir. Right now, we will return you to your regular programming.
This has been a special report from ABC News.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.